Islam. Islam to the Moors. Peace to the gods. Shabbat Shalom to the Hebrews. Assalamu alaikum to the Muslims. Hotep to the Cometians. Peace, love, and blessings or blessing to everyone else. Men, complaining gets you nowhere. Venting is understandable. But once you continue to do the venting or the complaining and take no action, that's when you have to differentiate the two. So venting, you're expressing yourself, preferably to a loved one or, someone that you can confide in, maybe once or twice. But after that, hopefully you get some feedback which allow you to take some action. If you don't take that action, now you get into the realm of complaints. And that does nothing but makes you angry. And what does Siddhartha Gautama say about anger? If it's not used properly, it's like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. And the anger comes from self. Yet we use external excuses to define why we're angry. It's not relevant. Doesn't matter who the president is. Doesn't matter what someone said about you. Doesn't matter about your job, your boss, what they say, how they treat you, things like that. Everything is a tool that had to be utilized properly. Most people say, well, I'm not making enough money. Okay, that could be possible. But how much are you keeping of the money that you're making? First thing we want to do when we start thinking of lack, we say, okay, I want to get more of that. But if you're not making enough with the little you have and you make more, you're still going to be in the same boat, because it's not about what you were making. It's more so about those behaviors that you're keeping up with. All right. I'm talking about the average worker. Minimum wage, that's a different conversation, but the average worker, family or not, discipline and sacrifice is what it takes. You gotta accept what it is. Can't continue to focus on, I should have, would have, could have. It doesn't matter. What's happening is what's happening. So that's where you have to take your focus from. So if you're making more, you're just gonna spend more. So you're still gonna be in the same boat. You can't allow liabilities to make you fulfilled in life. And that's how a lot of people that get in these financial situations end up in it, because you're just full of liabilities. No assets, straight from the employee quadrant. See, your first job is going to be the tool you use to fund your endeavors. You're not supposed to be at a job forever. Like, there was the 40-hour work week was for factory workers in the 1930s. Again, the 40-hour work week was for factory workers in the 1930s. To keep you focused just on work, overworked till when you're done with work, you rest to get ready to go back to work. Work was all on your mind. And then you add that type of lifestyle. Now you add, you want to chase women, family. I say the new motto should be property over pussy. Like, what are you chasing pussy for if you don't have property? It's just simple as that. I get it. We all love women. Most of us men do, so I get it. Women are beautiful, amazing, and all that. Yet, you have to get yourself right first. before you try to bring, a woman into your life. Well, it's just going to be chaos. There's no point. Get yourself right. You know what I mean? Ownership is the way you should go. We all have to start somewhere, though. But yeah, so let's stop the complaining. Let's continue to work. Live off less than what you earn. Develop new skills that allow you to earn more, but develop discipline and behaviors that allow you to keep more and that allow you to multiply. That'll be the wisdom. Don't pray for money, pray for wisdom if you're going to pray. But if we know that the prophet Noor Ali said, talking to my Moors, Allah and man is one. If in the Bible, Yeshua said, my Father and I are one, if the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, the original man is the Asiatic black man, maker, owner, cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe, then we talk about this is a self journey. So, if you know you're God, you can attract all things. That's the will to manifest all things. So instead of asking at times, reverse that. Be grateful for what you already have. And be grateful for what's coming. Because if we're God, God is in the heart. And God already knows what we need. So I ask, if God is omnipotent, all-knowing, all-seeing, it's already known, right? Not saying you can't ask, but I believe the vibration of gratitude for abundance just attracts abundance. But when you focus it on lack, you're going to continue to attract lack. All right. So everyone, just keep that in mind. Give yourself grace, but also have those tough conversations with the ones you can, and more importantly, with yourself. Do that shadow work. Because even when you do say you get a bunch of money, you're going to expose yourself because you haven't done the shadow work. So the shadow work is imperative. That allows you to keep what you earn. That allows you to have the wisdom to multiply. That allows you to get over yourself. That allows you to be honest with yourself. So we got to start being a little bit more honest with ourselves. Break these habits that's not benefiting us. Anything that's easy is not really worth it. So, yeah, it's going to take some work. But that's the true work. The great work in uplifting fallen humanity. A lot of people like to quote, faith without work is dead. Well, you're just saying, no, I got a job. I got faith into my next paycheck. The faith without work is the action, the inner work that's being done. Yeah, it's cool, to do the work, the job, whatever you do for your occupation. Yeah, that's cool. That's a tool. But the true work is going towards self-actualization or self-realization. That's the true work. So instead of quoting a lot of things, we have to start embodying these things that we quote. Taking action. That's the only difference between the wealthy and the poor. And keep in mind, poverty or being poor is really Just the mindset. And that's really the difference. Most of the time, the wealthy, they just take action. And we're defining wealth by societal terms because we have to realize we live in a capitalist society. That's just what it is. No sugarcoating it. So we're going to define it by that. The wealth make the money work for them, and the poor work for money. Now, just because you might have a job, that don't automatically make you poor. The physical location where you are, that doesn't necessarily make you poor. What makes you poor or suffer from poverty is the mindset. As long as you have an active mind, you can overcome anything. You're never truly impoverished. The poverty comes from not having the active mind to overcome. You don't have to be a product of your environment. You don't have to be. It's a choice. Now, sometimes there's certain situations where, things could happen as far as you get a gun put out on you, depending on the type of neighborhood you live in and things like that, to maybe force you to do something. But again, if you truly stand for something, what are you willing to do for that if you truly want to stand on it? If you don't want to do something, no matter who does what to you or what situation you're in, you don't truly have to do it. So, hey, are you willing to die for that, what you stand on? Maybe it's a bit extreme, but it's just proof of the mindset. Your current circumstances doesn't necessarily define your reality, especially if you don't agree or enjoy your certain circumstances. Your present circumstances, forgive me. You can always overcome. With an active mind, like I said, you're never counted out. So don't count yourself out. Courage, consistency, convictions. Property over pussy, purpose over pussy. And really, you want the yoni, because the yoniverse should be able to help you obtain a little inspiration. The universe should help you with some power. That's if you're, once you got things taken care of. But then again, this is a journey about self, because we never truly touch each other. It's all an illusion, right? We're spiritual beings living a human experience, not human beings living a spiritual experience. Okay, so we're not the mind, we're not the body, mind, body, or the soul. Then we're just the spirit, right? Which is eternal. So we're eternal beings. We've been doing this play, eternally. So there's no reason to get caught up on a minute moment of time. Don't let society dim your light. It's not worth allowing it to let your light be dim. It's just not worth it. That's what the powers that were, that's what they wanted. They want you in the lower vibrations. The guilt, fear, the misdirected anger, the sadness, the depression, the anxiety, all those lower frequencies, which is easy, especially in the society, that we're in which we're obviously shifting away from. It's easy to give into those frequencies, those emotions, the lower vibrations. Just look at the frequency chart and see um, the level of hertz that those emotions are. And then once you start getting into, joy, enlightenment, love, look at those levels, much higher. Even the colors are much brighter. Right? So I just wanted to jump on because we're in times of economic crisis, but yet we're also in the times of wealth transfer. We have a pro crypto administration. Why not get in crypto? Right? I get it. Yeah, I get all the negatives about it and the hesitation. I get it. But again, as men, as adults, that means you have the full capacity over your mind, body, and soul as an adult. So the temper tantrums of I don't like and blah, let it go. It's slay the arrested development. Slay it. Cut it with the scimitar. We're shifting into a new banking system. I believe it's the iOS 2022, which is pro crypto pretty much. Depreciated assets, gold, silver, foreign currencies, copper, platinum, steel. It's just, the precious metals, of course, they're just so many things that we could be doing to shift our attention on creating a reality that we would like to see as to focus on this empire that's collapsing in front of our eyes. Rome is falling, Find the solution. I'm given solutions to do. Got to take the action. Of course, getting our sovereignty together, which is, more of a collective thing. But if you can't see yourself sovereign in your mind, then you can't be sovereign. Or even if you can't see us as a people being sovereign in your mind, then we can't be sovereign. So like the brother Jamal Robinson said, stay down till you get up, and when you get up, still stay down. So yeah, it's time to vibrate higher, tap in, self-love. You have to truly start loving yourself. You can't love others without loving yourself. What did Kambada say? Shout out to Kambada, great MC. He said, I can give advice to a Master Mason. When you really worshiping God, you practicing self-adoration. Come on now. It ain't about going inside of the building, falling out on the floor, shouting and all this other crap, giving your energy to something outside of yourself. You see what that's been doing. So we gotta step it up. And I'm talking to adults. The children are good because they still have their imagination, their God minds. They know they're God. That's why they can say that they can do anything. It's us. Once we reach adulthood, we too old. We grown now. Just because we can I don't want to say pay bills, because anytime you pay something, it wouldn't come back. So conform to the bill cycle. We think we're adults. No, that's just conforming. You're being a conformist and essentially a societal slave, to the cycles of capitalism. Not very impressive at all. So yeah, I mean, we it's time for us as humanity truly tap in, realize how powerful we are, and stand on it. Everything we use as a tool, use it to the best of your ability. Love yourself, help others as much as you can, and just stay focused on the goals you want to accomplish. That's it. Don't focus on what you can't control. Control your controllables. Everything that's going on outside of you can't truly be controlled. But internally, it's 100% your responsibility. All right, so stay strong. Islam.